Hello people, this is your boy Mr.Anonymus, and we are here to teach you how to play adventures in the browser-based game The West by InnoGames. Here I am logged in my account. This is World Colorado on .NET, as you can clearly see right here. And this tutorial will be split in multiple parts, and by the end of it you should be able to play adventures like a pro. But in order to be able to play adventures like a pro, you have to start somewhere, so I will teach you the basics in order not to be a noob anymore. Alright, let's get down to it. First, you have to click over here and click on adventures and join the queue. I will do this as soon as I have explained the basics. So yeah, let's take a look at the basics. This is a mock of the map of adventures, and basically adventures are a game of 3 versus 3 or 4 versus 4 or 5 versus 5, but that happens very rarely. And the objective is to reach 35 points before the opponents do, or just as the opponents do. In order to do that, you have to secure as many of these 3 buildings over here, knowing that each building grants you 1 point per round, and it's a total of 35 rounds. So basically you have to reach 35 or even 36 if you have multiple buildings occupied already. And one of the first things that you have to know is that in order to queue for adventures and play them, you don't have to be anywhere on the map, and you don't have to worry about your health points over here or your money in the hand, because none of these matter. You're not losing anything. You're just playing this independently of anything else in the game. So first things first, let's see what gear is suitable for adventures. Adventures usually rely on only one thing mainly, which is the left hand weapon, this thing over here. Yeah, only the damage of this weapon counts, and only the attribute points of this weapon count. So basically you have +6 strength, dexterity, mobility and charisma. This is what I have, and this basically means extra health due to strength, extra aiming due to dexterity, some chances to dodge due to mobility, and some chances to score a critical hit thanks to charisma. Of course there are better weapons than this in the game, and I happen to have some, but for the sake of the argument, let me just start a game with some weak gear in order to show you how to play as a noob. There's one more thing that you have to know, that apart from the rifle, the attack bonus, the overall attack bonus of your gear counts, and we have some examples of a gear that give attack and defense bonus. Both of these count. For instance, if I look for attack, I'll just see a bunch of buffs. These buffs also count, and they get consumed in adventures. So basically some of the good sets right there for adventures are the Tanka, the Warren, the Boatswain, but there's also some sets with defense that will enable us to last longer and have more health points, like the Sherman over here, or Cortina, why not? And overall we have to find a combination that gives us as much attack and defense as possible, but I wouldn't focus that much on defense. I'm an attack kind of guy, so what I use is mostly a combination of Lucille as weapons, also ride set, and Boatswain clothes. So yeah, let's just get started. And for the first game I will use some gear that has no attack at all in order to see how you play this without any experience. So you can better visualize the difference between good gear and bad gear.